Hello, fourth grade math. Okay, so we're going to continue on with division. Today we're going to be taking a look at IXL skill code M49. Remember to just come up here and type M49, and it does not have to be capital. It can be lowercase, doesn't matter. But you do need to come down here and click on this one whenever it pops up. Okay, so in this first skill, we're looking at arrays. We are using arrays to solve division problems. So if we look at this math problem down here at the bottom, it says that we have 32 of something and they are going to be split into 5 groups. So what they did was they did 5 groups. Here's the 5 groups, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and they just counted to 32. So they probably went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to start the 5 groups. Then they kept going, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And you can keep building an array until you get to the 32. But as they were counting, they'd come down here and they were at 30. If they'd come back down to do another row to do 31, 32, they would have had 2 extras in these rows, but not in the other groups. So that's not an equal division of the dots. So they took the last 2, and instead of starting new rows, they set them over here because these are leftovers. They do not have enough to put 1 in each group again. They just have 2 left over. So these 2 that are left over are the remainder. What they found was they were able to put 6 into each group. That's what the 6 is for, with a remainder of 2. There's 2 left over. Okay, let's take a look at another one. All right. So our math problem this time is 33 divided by 5, which means we have 33 of something, cookies, stickers, bunnies, and we need to put them into 5 groups. So once again, the groups are going up and down for them, and they were able to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 into each group, and they had a remainder of 3. Now, what part of our answer is missing? They have the remainder of 3 part. We just needed to figure out how many did they get into each one of the 5 groups. They were able to get 6. Okay, let's look at one more. And then we're going to jump up a level. Okay, we have 26 cookies, and we're dividing them into 4 plates. Here's one plate, here's the second plate, here's the third plate, and here's the fourth plate. They were able to get 6 cookies on each plate, and they had 2 cookies left over, 6 with a remainder of 2. All right, we're going to go ahead and jump up a level and see what the problems look like. As you're trying to get your SMART score to 80, you're going to be jumping through these different levels and working your way up to the top. Okay, this time we have 19 divided by 7. So that would be 19 of something, kitty cats, whatever. And you're putting them into 7 groups. Okay, so where are my 7 groups? The groups don't run this way. This is not 1 group and then 2 groups. We need to go this way. So this is 1 group, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there's my 7 groups. How many did they get in each group? There's 2. There's 2 in each group. They did not have enough to put 1 more into each of the 7 groups. They only had 5 left over. They would have needed 7 to put 1 more in each group. So they have a remainder of 5, and they had 2 in each group. Okay. I'm going to jump up a level and see what the problems look like as we start to approach a SMART score of 80. Okay, the numbers just keep getting bigger and bigger. Again, you need to find where are my 7 groups. Are my 7 groups running across the array, or are my 7 groups running down the array? Okay, So in this case, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. These are your 7 groups. So 1 group, 2 groups, 3 groups, 4 groups, 5 groups, 6 groups, and 7 groups. These are your remainders. They did not have enough to put 1 more in each group down here to make another row. So we have 54 altogether. They were able to get this many in each group, and they had a remainder of this many. This time they want you to put in both parts of the answer. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and jump to our next skill. Okay, so the next one that I want you to look at today is another way that we can divide. So doing arrays is one way to divide, and you can always draw your own array on a piece of paper when you go to divide. So you can make your own arrays. But this next method is something different. It's called repeated subtraction. So in order to divide, we can do a method called repeated subtraction. This is getting us closer and closer to the method that I'm going to be teaching you in our next lesson, which is called the Big 7. So we've kind of in our class already learned the Big 7 once before, but it was a long time ago. So I'm going to start trying to get you ready for the Big 7. Okay, so this one is skill code CCY, and we're going to take this division problem and we're going to use repeated subtraction to find our answer. So basically what we're doing is we're taking 60 cookies. Let's just say they're cookies. It's the easiest thing for us to picture. And we want to split them into 4 plates. So we're going to pick up out of the 60 cookies, there's 60 cookies. I want you to imagine them in one big container. And you're going to scoop up 4 cookies and put them on the 4 plates. So that means we're taking away 4 each time. So if I take away 4 and put those cookies on the plate, I'm left with 56 cookies. I still need to keep going. So I take away 4 more cookies and I put them on the plate. But that leaves me with 52 cookies. So now I just keep taking away 4 cookies at a time and putting them on the plates. Take away 4 more, put it on the plate. Take away 4 more, put it on the plate. Take away 4 more. And you're going to keep going until you do not have enough cookies left to take away 4, or you take away all of the cookies and you're left with none. So how many times were we able to take away 4 cookies? We were able to take away 4 cookies 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 times. We were able to put a cookie on each plate 15 times. Then that means that there are 15 cookies on each plate. Okay, so I'm going to pause this video and I'm going to switch and I'm going to show you what that would look like if you were to draw it out. Okay, so here is the next math problem that came up on IXL. It was 55 divided by 5. And so what that means is we have 55 of something. Because we're getting close to Easter, let's say we have 55 jelly beans. And we need to put them into 5 Easter baskets. So 55 jelly beans, we're going to be taking away 5 of those jelly beans and putting them into each basket. Okay, so I'm going to keep a tally mark over here of how many times I take away 5 from 55. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to take 5 away and put them in the baskets. If I have 55 minus 5, that is going to leave me with 50 jelly beans. I've taken 5 away. Now I'm at 50. So that's one time that I took away 5. Now I'm going to take away 5 more and put them in the Easter baskets. If I have 50 and I take away 5 more, that now leaves me with 45 jelly beans. And I have now taken away a group of 5 twice. Okay, so we keep going with this method of taking away 5 and seeing where we land until we run out of jelly beans. Okay, so now I have 40. I'm going to take away 5 again, drop them into the baskets, and see how many do I have left. 40 minus 5, I'm now at 35. But each time you would have to keep track of how many times you're dividing, or how many times are you taking away 5. Okay, so here's another way that you can show this using your notebook paper. Couldn't find my eraser. Okay, so our next math problem, I'm going to pull up the next one, jumping up a level. We have 84 divided by 7. That means each time we're taking 84, let's say, Easter eggs, and we're going to be dividing them into 7 groups. So there's 7 kids hunting for the Easter eggs. How many Easter eggs is each kid going to get if they all have to take the same number of Easter eggs? They were going to share them equally. That means we're going to be taking away 7 each time and giving 1 to each student, or 1 to each child. So we're going to now just do it with the subtraction and not show the groups. So that'd be 84 minus 7. We would have to do the math. If you're not very good with subtraction, then this method is not probably the best method for you, because if you aren't very good at borrowing, then you're probably going to make a lot of mistakes in your subtraction. This is why this method is typically not the method that I teach in my classroom, but it is a method that you have to know. By the state of Texas, this is one method that we're required to teach you. So I teach it, and you have to learn it. Okay, so you would just keep doing this over and over again until you are left with 0 Easter eggs left over. We just keep taking away 7. And you have to make sure that you're borrowing correctly. Okay. Okay, I worked all the way down to 0. Now we have to go back and we have to count how many times did we take away 7. So we're going to circle them and count them as we go. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So my answer is that each child gets 12 Easter eggs in their basket. Okay, so this was an example of repeated subtraction. I hope that you can do well on these 2 objectives I just gave you. Try to get your SMART score to an 80. If you want to go to a SMART score of 100, I will give you bonus dojo points. Remember, you and your parents can use those dojo points to earn rewards at your home, such as extra time on your gaming device, or a trip to a snow cone place to get a snow cone, whatever you guys decide you want to collect dojo points for. I'm going to keep giving you dojo points for the work you turn in. I'm super proud of everything you guys have been doing so far. I love you and miss you a ton. We'll see you in the next video.